Now, today we're shining a spotlight on Creative Cnergy. That's meant to be an exciting new platform poised to ignite our nation's creative economy with a special focus on empowering South Africa's vibrant youth. Now, Creative Cnergy is a two-day conference that aims to connect young creatives with global investors, industry leaders, as well as policy makers. Lopang Mokae is there for us and joins us now. Lopang, let's just talk a little bit more about the event, what we can expect from it then today, who it's ultimately aimed for and what it could share.
Well, good morning to you, Arabile, and good morning to all our viewers. We are indeed in Sandton at the Industrial Development Corporation at the Creative Cnergy conference. As you mentioned, it is a two-day conference that aims to really hone into the investment opportunities in the creative economy, but most importantly, also bridge that gap into the mainstream economy. You also mentioned what it aims to do really is to connect global and local investors as well as industry leaders and policymakers. Earlier on, my colleague Sipa's story focused on 3 content creators in Gqeberha. There was a digital economy, G20 digital economy that took place there in the week, where they're focusing on content creation. And she spoke to 3 content creators who are currently using their phones and resources to try and make money and access to opportunities like this. And today what we mainly want to find out is how they plan to bridge this gap. We have a lot of industry leaders, like I mentioned, Netflix, as well as industry leaders in the music industry that will be taking us through how the youth can get access to these opportunities. But I quickly want to bring in my guest, who is the Executive Director of the Creative Cnergy Conference, Collen Dlamini, just to really ask him what we can expect today. Collen Dlamini, thank you so much for your time and thank you for your invitation. What was the inspiration behind the Creative Cnergy Conference, and what do you aim for it to basically, how would it help the youth?
Thank you. Good morning to you and your viewers. We really wanted to put together this platform so that we can bring a diverse set of voices across the creative ecosystem. And we want to drive meaningful change by having real conversations on how we can unlock the economic potential of the creative industry so that we can ensure that there is regulatory certainty and that we create an enabling environment for investors to come in and plow more investments into the local creative economy. And for us to also empower creatives themselves so that they can have the tools to better commercialize their works and export their talent into the world.
Now, your focus is the youth. Why was it critical to have a youthful focus for the specific conference?
It's critical because in South Africa, we're facing a huge crisis of youth unemployment, and the creative industry is one of those industries which can absorb a lot of young people, whether it's in film, in music, in visual arts, in fashion. It's an industry which really appeals to South African youth, and we have a rich culture which is very vibrant, and the world is really interested in South African talent, and we need to showcase our talent to the world. So we are really glad to be here at the IDC, because the IDC has also launched a Youth in Film Fund just last week, a multi-million rand Youth in Film Fund, which is going to be a game changer and is going to open up more opportunities for young people to finance their projects.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and we're hoping we'll get to see what day one will bring for us. Arabile, Collen Dlamini just mentioned there what we can expect today, but I just quickly want to touch on as well when he says that we'll be focusing on the youth getting access to these opportunities. You'll remember that the Minister of Communication has called on for South African content creators to get equal pay on platforms such as TikTok, and he'll be giving a keynote address in about 30 minutes. The program is set to get underway at 9 o'clock with an opening from the Johannesburg mayor and then followed by a keynote address from the Minister of Communication, Swati Malazi. So we're hoping really to get as much knowledge as we can so that we can bridge the gap and help our content creators really get access to these opportunities. Arabile.